Hey guys, Stacy here, We Grow Again. Welcome to another very exciting episode from me to you. I just want to go over soil medium today and what you should be choosing for your plants. Now, soil is the most important key to growing anything in your garden. I have sage, lettuce, peas, peppers, snapdragons. That's a citronella plant. I know, totally random. Lettuce, some more lettuce in the back there, parsley, oregano, thyme, more parsley and more lettuce. And I started some more seeds of flowers up there. And I just want to go over the two types of soils I use because they are the best soil out there that I have found, so I don't have to worry about too much nutrients for my plants. That being said, you have to give nutrients to your plants, especially veggies and herbs like peppers, peas, cucumbers, zucchini, stuff like that. And flowering plants also need nutrients as well when they're pushing out flowers like snapdragons and sunflowers and, marigolds and stuff like that. They're all going to need nutrients. So what I do is I start off with a really good mixture in my soil. It's Coco Loco soil with the jungle growth. And the Coco Loco soil has really good natural organic compost in it. I'm going to take you outside so I can show you the different soils. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to bring all my plants outside with me because it's a lot of work to transplant them outside and bring them out here for you. So these are the two types of soils. Now this one's Bush Doctor and it's made with coconut coir and it's really fluffy. It works great. It has a lot of natural compost in it. Let me see. Let me get my paper here. I wrote some things down for you so I don't miss a thing. Coco Loco holds water and behaves like a sponge. So it makes the water available as it needs it. So in other words, as it's raining outside, if you're getting a bunch of rain, and your water in your containers is so wet and sopping wet, this is actually going to hold that moisture in the soil and that perlite so this way your roots aren't getting root rot. And that's really important to have in your soil. It also has perlite in it. It also has earthworm castings, bat guano, Norwegian kelp meal, oyster shell, and dolomite lime, which is, dolomite lime is used a lot in garden soils. I am not a professional gardener, guys. I just garden out of the love of my heart and what I love to do. I have so many plants that I love to take care of. It's just something I love to do, and it's a hobby of mine that's turning into a career, hopefully one day. I'm looking to open a nursery. Hopefully one day I would love to do that and sell all different kinds of plants and just make growing so much easier for the people out there. There's so much soil to choose from, so many different kinds of worm castings and kelp meals and nutrients and bacteria you can add to your soil. Well, these two soils together gives me all of that, so I don't have to go out to the store and buy a bag of earthworm castings and buy a bag of dolomite lime. It's already in my soil. So Bush Doctor has all that stuff in it, plus it's used for indoor and outdoors. And I've been using Coco Loco for a good 6-7 years, guys. So I always go back to this. Whenever I try to go to the store and find a different soil, I find myself going right back to this brand right here because it just gives my plants the stuff it needs. And I use it as a compost topper as well throughout the fruiting period. Throughout the blooming and fruiting period, your plants are going to need a compost topper on the top of your soil. And you can tell that I did that the other day. I just took a little bit of the jungle growth, a little bit of the Coco Loco, put it at the base of my plant, patted it all down, and this jungle growth is really so good with drainage, guys. When I was watering and giving nutrients the other day, I noticed when I was pouring the can of nutrients in there at the base, it was going down to them roots right away. So instead of seeping out on the side of my plant, it was actually going straight down to the middle. So this soil is really helping to keep my nutrients within the plant and not running off the sides. And that's the jungle growth I use with the Bush Doctor. Now, this Bush Doctor is triple washed for low salt content, which is really good. It has aged forest products, which is really cool too. And then the jungle growth is made for master gardeners and universities. It has a slow release fertilizer in it, which feeds to about 4 months. I find that it drains really well. Like I told you guys, that So that water drained so well for me last night. Right away, it brought it right down to the roots instead of running off the sides and not getting, into the plant. And then it's actually, they said that it's been a respected company for over 40 years, which is really cool. I just found this about a week ago. And let me tell you something, them peppers are really appreciating this soil. They're getting nutrients they need. I only fed them peppers once since I transplanted a week ago, and they're not yellowing. They look good. This jungle growth also really, it's really airy, so it provides great air around the roots for my plants, I noticed, so that they can breathe. Having a room in your plants and having that room for your plants, your roots to breathe is really important. Now, this really, really prevents the rotting and root rot and mold, with keeping that moisture away from the roots and your plant. So that helps with a lot of mold in the soil. It's really good in providing the appropriate pH for your soil as well, I read, just so you guys know. And I don't have much experience with the jungle growth, but I can tell you, ever since I've been using it this past week, I'm going to be sticking with it. And I already told my fiance Mike we are going to the store and going to buy 2 more bags, because I'm halfway through with this one already. And this one's almost 3/4 of the way through. I love my Coco Loco, guys. And this, which is really cool, this jungle growth potting soil was really cheap. I found it in Lowe's for $8 or $10, I forget. And this Bush Doctor is $18. So that's why I went with something else, so I can mix it with it. But I still love my Bush Doctor. It has that kelp meal and the earthworm castings in there that you're buying to add in your soil anyway. So for the compost topping, when you get to the fruiting stage, instead of going out and buying a bag of compost or mixing my own, I take that Bush Doctor with that jungle growth, put it around all my plants, and I know they're going to be good to go with that steady nutrient system twice a week that they're getting. And we're getting beautiful cucumbers, beautiful carrots and zucchini. And I'm just going to take you around, guys. That's it for the soil. I really don't have anything else to say on it. If you want a list of the ingredients, the Coco Loco, actually, I want to tell you that it has natural beneficial bacteria in it, it's called bacillus. That's the name. And you can buy bacillus actually in a powder form to add to your soil, and it's considered a microbial, or however you say that word. But yeah, it's considered like it puts little organisms in your soil, basically. To break it down to dummy level, my level, it puts little organisms in your soil so your plants can be green and healthy and grow. And it just provides good nutrients in your soil. So I'm going to take you around and just show you how everything's doing. I topped some stuff off. I planted some more beans over here. And I'm going to put some jungle growth on top of my soil here. I really have to get some stuff planted in here. My lettuce didn't take because it's just too hot out still. I got some pumpkins still growing. They're actually getting big, guys. The weather's starting to at least cool down to the 80s at night. So that's an improvement compared to the 90s. So I'm hoping these pumpkins are going to take. They're doing really well. Ever since I've been giving them the Miracle Grow nutrients twice a week. Pumpkins are such heavy feeders. So you want your fruit that's pollinating on your pumpkin to be nice and green. And also your cucumbers to be nice and green. If they're yellow, that means they're lacking something. You're getting blossom end rot. And that's usually due to calcium. Usually I find mostly calcium. Phosphorus or potassium could be another culprit too. But you want to give nutrients towards the base of your plant. And I'm going to put some nice jungle growth topper on here because all these nutrients washed away. And that's not going to happen with the jungle growth. The jungle growth does not move once you pat it down around them roots, which is really cool. And I planted some more stuff over here. I got some beets and radish, I think, over here. And then some more green beans, pole beans, doing good. Now, pole beans don't really need nutrients, so all I'm going to give these, they're nitrogen fixers, pole beans, so they don't get nutrients. These are the only plants I do not give nutrients and that you do not want to give nutrients, because you can actually over-fertilize these. They are nitrogen fixers themselves, so beans will actually fix their own nitrogen deficiencies. They also fix their own phosphorus and potassium deficiencies, because they really don't lack much, guys. If I put that natural compost in here and give it fertilizer at the beginning stages when they're little seedlings, when they're transplanted, I fertilize at the very beginning, and then I top it off with I'm going to top it off with jungle growth, but usually my Coco Loco soil, and then that's it. That's all they get. And then when they're flowering, I'll top it off again with another Coco Loco little mixture on top with my jungle growth. And that's it. That's all you want to do for beans. Planted a little tomato over here. It's doing pretty good in the shade. My tomato I had in my container, I had it in a black little container. It died. I planted it out back, but it died. It had tomatoes on it. It was doing so good. It was a beast. It started off great, and then it just took a poop on me because this weather. I mean, we've had 96, 98 degree weather, and it's just been nuts. So tomatoes really don't like heat like that. You know, they really don't like to survive past 85 degrees, tomatoes. So I'm not even going to plant tomatoes right now. These are green beans, doing good. I topped them off with that jungle growth, and they are liking it, kicking butt. Cucumbers kicking butt as well, getting big. So happy. Where's that cukie? Right there, guys. Look at that big old big fatty. Love these cucumbers, and you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at my other cucumber videos, guys, you will see why I prune the other flowers off when I get a cucumber pollinated, because they're just stunted. They're not really going to grow. It's actually turning yellow, and it's taking away from the nutrients of my other cucumber. So once you get a pollination in there, you want to take out the other cucumbers that are in there. So here, for instance, here's one right here. I have a cucumber, right? You have your leaf, which is in my hand, your tendril, your fruit, and then you'll have this little side branching coming out. This side branching, you want to go get in there. Actually, I have 2 cucumbers now, look, because I didn't get that side branching off. So I'm actually going to pluck the smaller cucumber. I know you're probably heartbroken, but it's the best thing for this little guy. You just want your tendril, which is right here, your leaf, and your fruit. And that's it. Any other flowers or branches that pop up, pluck off. These are heirloom cucumbers, and this is how you want to take care of them. And that's all. And then any dead flowers, just pick on out of there. I'm going to be sowing some more stuff here, guys, and doing some more videos for you. But I just wanted to do a quick video on the tour of my garden and the soil I've been using and how they've been responding. My zucchini's growing so tall and big. I topped this little gal off with that jungle growth, and check her out. Look at that girl. She's just getting enormous. So happy. That jungle growth and Coco Loco soil, let me tell you, guys, it's worth the investment. You really need to invest in your soil because it's going to be the most... Whoa, there's a bee. I almost got stung. See, I'm invading their space. You don't want to invade their space, guys. You want to invest in soil. Soil is the most important thing you're going to ever want to invest in besides your nutrients. It's key to growing your soil medium. Key to growing. Since I put the jungle growth, you can see my pepper. Look at this growth on her from that potting soil topper. She's already flowering in the middle of both sides, which is really neat. I'm so happy about that. Carrots getting really beastie, growing good. I topped it off with some jungle growth yesterday. Something actually dug out my carrots, if you can see that. And that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to show you. Soil's most important, so remember, it's worth the investment. Spend the money on the soil, and you will get the results you're looking for. You know, you top it off when it's flowering and fruiting with another mixture of both your good soils, and you're good to go. This has everything you need in it that you're going to buy at the store anyways. So the $18 is worth the bag. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.